average speed is the total distance covered of the total time taken. So for this question, we are given the truck travels the first 120 kilometers in 2 hours, and then it stops for 30 minutes. Then it continues with the journey for the remaining 180 kilometers in 2.5 hours. For us, you have to calculate the average speed of the journey. You have to understand one thing first. Average speed is the total distance covered over the total time taken. Now, total distance covered, because our question is given in kilometers and hours, that means it's simple. Total distance, you just add the distances. 120 kilometers plus 180 kilometers, which is 300 kilometers. And to find the total time taken, you add the time travel for the 120 kilometers, which is 2 hours, the time taken to rest, which is 30 minutes, and 30 minutes is half an hour or 0.5 hours. It's the same. You have that the time taken to rest, which is 0.5 hours, plus the time taken to travel the remaining distance, which is 2.5 hours. And 2.5 hours is the same as 2.5 hours. When you add the total time taken is 5 hours. Now our average speed will be 300 kilometers over 5 hours, which is 60 kilometers per hour. We have another question here given as a truck travels 120 kilometers at a steady speed of 40 kilometers per hour. It then increases its speed to 80 kilometers per hour and travels for 240 kilometers. Calculate the average speed. This is a little different from the first one. This is given, we are given this question in kilometers, and kilometers is the distance, 120 kilometer and 240 kilometer. So since average speed is the total distance covered over total time taken, we have to find the total distance first. And the total distance first will be 120 kilometers plus the second distance, which is 240 kilometers. It will be 120 plus 240, which is 360 kilometers. That is the total distance covered. Now, for us to find the total time taken, we have to know that time is equal to distance over speed. The first time, we can call it T1, is equal to distance, which is 120 over the speed, which is 40. It will be 3 hours. Time 2, the second time taken, it will be distance, which is 240 kilometers over the time the speed of the third distance, which is 80 kilometers. 240 over 80, it will be 3 hours. So total time taken will be 3 plus 3, which is 6 hours. And we know average speed is equals to total distance over total time taken, which is, our total distance was 360 over total time taken, which is 6 hours. By 6, 1 by 6, 60. So it will be 60 kilometers per hour. Don't confuse these types of question. You can't just say it is speed 1 plus speed 2 over 2. No, that's not how you are going to get it, because when you do that, the answer will be wrong. So you have to calculate the time, the total distance covered over the total time taken. Bye.